Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year, this is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year, this is our year, this is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, y'all know what the day is. The day is Tuesday. And what goes down on Tuesday? It's the Cowboy Up podcast. And man, let me introduce the crew to you, man. To my right, to my left, to my left, to my right, to my right, to my left. Is my man from the Hill Country of Texas, the capital city of Austin. It's our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. Hookem. What's up, baby?
Shoot, man. It's a beautiful time, man. Spring is here. It's about to be opening day. It's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing. All right, man. And from Cholo Town, the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's our homeboy, 21. Armando 21. What's up, 21?
What's up, fellas? Hey, it's a beautiful time, like Ruth said, man. I'm not a big baseball enthusiast, but I love it. I grew up playing it, so definitely excited for baseball season to come open. But the draft is around the corner, man. We got about a month for the draft, and I always feel like after the draft, the ball just starts rolling, and it's game time, baby.
And from the great state of Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is our man, Kuiper AZ. What up, Kuip?
Hey man, I know it might be beautiful, but this pollen got me fucked up. These allergies are bad.
It's everywhere, bro.
It's-
Shit,
it's
and I don't know how y'all doing it. I was watching the news and I saw it's gonna be 100 over there in Phoenix. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Already?
Oh,
Already?
already, and it feels like 110 already too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Already in
Damn.
Arizona, it's 100 degrees, huh? Already.
It's terrible. It's
Wow.
terrible.
That's crazy.
Hey man, it was 80
In
today
March,
in San
bro?
Francisco. Today, hey, and then tomorrow's supposed to be 56. It was
wild.
80 today, man. The last 2 days in San Fran, it was 80 degrees, man. Everybody chilling, yeah, because it's been cold and rainy for the last couple weeks, right? So, man, you ought to see so many people out, man, really enjoying California. You know, that California life. And then, hey, and the weatherman said, oh, it's gonna be 56 degrees tomorrow and rainy for the rest of the damn week.
I'd kill for that. Man.
Northern Cali on some Texas stuff. I see.
Hey man, Northern Cali, man. I told him, I said, I'm moving my ass back to Texas. It's too damn cold up here, man. And, you know, when you go to LA and you go to San Diego and all the spots downtown, down south in California, you know, that's the sunny, beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Up north, oh my God, living off this water. Oh my God, it is crazy, fam.
It's different.
It is crazy. So man, let's talk a little Cowboys, man. Let's talk a little Cowboys if y'all don't mind. You know, Rue in baseball mode right now. You know, he got all his stuff on. Hey, he hyped today. You know, 21 looked like he got his salute to service on today. And you know, Kuiper always wear the other bullshit, but don't worry about it. We ain't gonna throw it. We still love him. Hey, we still love him. He's still a member of the crew, right? So you know, we'll let one person get away with that bull crap. It's only him. Only him could get rid of it. Well, the Cowboys really only had one signing this week. And that was the defensive end from the Saints. Kuiper, you remember his name? Jesus, I can't remember. Peyton Turner, right? Wasn't it another first round pick that really ain't done nothing?
I remember him. I said it and I saw his face. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's been hurt like his whole career.
Yeah,
and like all kinds of stuff, man. He's got every injury under the sun.
And man, that's what's really bothering me right now. Okay, you know how I always fuss about the Cowboys shopping at great value, right? Yeah. So they great value this year. Let's get all the first round bust, and let's see if we can get them on the team, and hopefully they can do something, right?
Somebody
like it don't make sense to me, right? You know,
but you know why? You know why, Chris? You know why?
Why is that?
It's because if one of them hit, they're gonna look like a genius. If one pop, it'll be like, look what they did.
Do you guys think that's the process going in? Do you guys think that? All right, let's get all these number ones and just hope that we get one or two.
21. That's the only way we can think about it, right? Because nobody else was really after these people. You know what I mean? Yeah, you really think about it. Nobody else was after any of the free agents that the Cowboys got, maybe except for Osa and Turpin. But they were our own. We were inside with them.
I think that's for you, big fella.
Look, Cowboy Beat has been running for me a long time, right? He's been running for me a long time. All Cowboy Beat got to do right now
is typed two letters.
All he got to do is send me and say, Chris, send me the link, and Cowboy Beat can come on whenever he wants to. Hold on, I got something for Cowboy Beat ass. Hold on.
I saw those two letters.
Fucking blue, okay? I think it's been 2,000 days since Ohio State beat us, so I don't give a fuck. So anyway, Pete know I love him, but he can come on whenever he wants to. So anyway, But yeah, to answer your question, 21. I really think, man, this is it. Like Ruth said, they just trying to hit on one, right? I mean, but that's like a needle in a haystack, right? You know,
Oh,
they hit on Brandon Aubrey, okay, and he undrafted USFL guy. They hit on Turpin, player of the year in the USFL. You know what I'm saying? XFL. But think about anybody else, man. Anybody else, who have they hit on? All right. So, in the direction they're going, all right. So, remember we talked about why you get Trey Lance, why you get Trey Lance, and then you just let him walk away. You give away a 4th round pick, you let him walk away, you let Cooper Rush walk away. And so now we have no backup quarterback. So they drafting a quarterback this year. You know that, guys, right? Yeah. We already know that. Okay. Yeah. So they drafted.
I already said
it. They drafted the quarterback. Okay. They went and get the other great value running backs. Didn't nobody want them. Okay. One of them was hurt too. Okay. And we getting a running back in the draft. So we need a receiver because there's no other receiver other than Turpin that Tolbert started last year, but he still ain't quite turned that corner yet, right? So it's so many pieces that the Cowboys actually need right now, and I don't know. That's why we do these mock drafts, and that's why we had a round table. So as our player personnel director, Kuiper, man, you tell me right now, where is the damn direction? Where do we need to go starting in this draft, brother?
Hey, man, you need to replenish the trenches, man. That's all I could think of because all of these free agent sightings, the Cowboys were one of the most injured teams last year, and every single one of these dudes has injury history. Real injury history. So why I don't get why you're citing them to begin with, but starting with the trenches because you have good skilled positions, especially in the defense. Get yourself either a DT or an offensive tackle and give your offensive weapons like CeeDee Lamb a chance to actually be good.
Now I got a question for you, brother. Right before we go to the other guys, I got a question for you. Okay. You saw Diggs today sign it was the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
23 million a year.
Diggs is off the board. The next best receiver is Amari Cooper that's still out there. What do you think about Cooper at this stage in his career? And then and that's the same question for the rest of y'all after Kuiper answer that, okay?
So Cooper is gonna be a good above average number 2 wide receiver. He's not a number 1 anymore. He just doesn't have that in him. If he gets paired up though to a number 1 receiver like CeeDee Lamb already, who's gonna take all the attention away from him, he can get upgraded to a pretty solid number 2. But if he's going to a situation where he's got to be a number 1, he's not gonna do good. In Dallas, I would really like to see him there, but you're still gonna be missing that X factor jump ball or take the top off receiver.
Okay. All right, 21. The same question to you, man. What you think about Coop right now?
With Coop, I think that we all were kind of, on the same page as far as when he left. We were all kind of like, what happened? What's going on? Why, this dude's still good. He's putting up numbers. So I wouldn't mind having him back. And I'm totally with Kuiper. I think that Coop is definitely that number 2, but I will still say draft the wide receiver, get that solid jump ball guy, a big 6-footer. So, but definitely would love Coop back.
All right, Rue, question to you, man. What you think about Cooper right now? Where would you go at this point in the wide receiver? Would you draft one, or would you go get a veteran free agent like Coop?
I'm drafting one at this point. I don't want Coop back. I don't want Coop back on the roster just because I don't want to go backwards. He didn't make it work in Buffalo. You got a team that's fighting for AFC championship, can't make it in Buffalo. I don't want to I don't feel like the legs are still there with Coop. It looks different in terms of how his injury and how everything slowed down for him. He wasn't very productive, and he was dropping balls badly in Buffalo. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about I definitely don't. I don't feel good about bringing him back at all. I'd rather just get young and get into the draft and pair somebody up with CD Lamb that CD Lamb can relate with. We've already had the Cooper experiment. I don't want to revisit it.
Okay, so you want to move on? You want young at that position, right?
At this point, yeah.
Okay, Cowboy Corner, welcome to the show, baby. How you doing?
What's going on, you guys? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you can hear me well. I'm on the phone. New scenery.
See
But,
that?
We got you, man. So same question to you, man. You know we need a wide receiver. Are you considering drafting one, or do you want that veteran receiver, brother?
Give me draft all day. Don't. I need a young guy in here. Pair him up with CeeDee Lamb. Put a little fire into Jalen Tolbert. Get a little fire into Jalen Brooks. Let's get this wide receiver core going, because Turpin's going to be used a lot in this wide receiver scheme. So if Tolbert don't work out, and if Jalen Brooks don't work out, at least I got a three-headed monster with Turpin, the rookie, and Lamb.
All right, now Corner, I'm gonna ask you this question first, and then it's for the rest of the panel to answer. Okay, so the draft is coming up, and all of the free agents, the great value free agents, the Cowboys signed. For you, what is your number one need for the Cowboys right now? What is your number one need?
Man, there's a lot. But my number one need right now would be running back. I don't trust a lot of these things right now with, Javonte Williams. I like Javonte Williams. I think Miles Sanders is just what it is. He has a lot of miles, and I can't trust Malik Davis. I don't like Deuce Vaughn. So I think the biggest need right now is running back. You can shuffle and get the best five right now with what you got on O-line. Go get me Hampton, North Carolina.
Okay. Rue, question to you. What is your number one need for the Cowboys right now that you thinking? What do the Cowboys, where do they need to go right now?
That's so tough.
That's
so
that's
tough.
why your
'Cause I
host.
feel like-
That's why the host let somebody else answer it first.
That's so tough. You know what? I gotta stick with what I really believe, and I think I'm torn between O-line, D-line, but I'm gonna say D-line. I'm gonna say the defensive line is where I'd want to focus more. Just because we have to shore up the interior, and the guys that they picked up, Solomon Thomas, we just said his name too, and now it just slipped out of my mind now, Chris. So bad.
From New Orleans.
The kid from New Orleans, Peyton Turner. And then, it's that's a spot that we've been weak at, even when we've been full strength everywhere else. When we're full strength everywhere else, that's the one spot where we're weak. And that for me, I guess that's the biggest problem.
Okay. 21. Right now, what is the Cowboys' biggest need that you need to address in this draft?
Man, just off of last season where we saw no pressure, we saw the Cowboys go into games where we needed pressure on quarterbacks and we just couldn't get it. So I would just definitely that defensive line, defensive tackle, a defensive end, just somebody, because we need pressure. We need pressure on those quarterbacks. And last year we didn't get a lot of it, and we saw what giving these quarterbacks times ends up being, right, and they just tear us up. So definitely we need pressure. So defensive tackle.
So basically, what you're saying, somebody other than Micah. We only depend on Micah right now.
And I know we have the Sam Williams there still, right? Yeah. But I don't know. Corner once brought up not a stat, right? Just I guess he said something that always stuck with me about Cowboys and players that have like serious like ACL, MCLs, and when they come back, they kind of don't pan out, right? So,
right.
So I still want to say defensive tackle, defensive end for sure.
All right. Kuiper, what you think? We always gonna say the best for last. You know who he is. All right, go ahead, Kuiper.
I think it's what it was last year, what it was the year before, and the year before that. A
Yeah.
true run stopping nose tackle.
On 110.
Because before you can try to rush the passer, before you can try to let Micah Parsons go get that QB, you need to be able to stop the damn run. And if that true nose tackle is big enough and he's strong enough to require a double team, it's going to make Micah Parsons' day alone so much better, so much easier for him to get to the QB. Give me that big boy in the middle.
Well, I'm retired, so I can't go. But our next one on the mic, he can't go either. He retired too. So Mikey, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to your show, Mikey.
I'm in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. It's been ridiculous, and this hole in the wall hotel. So we're getting that paper. So what helps out Micah Parsons is playing with the lead. We know our defense is a front running defense, and that's just the way it is, especially Micah Parsons. And what our team needs more than anything is another weapon. We saw when we lost Tony Pollard against the 49ers, they shut down CD Lamb, and the game was basically over and contained. So when I say weapon, it could be, yes, Hampton, the Omarion Hampton, my icebox where my heart used to be. It could be Ashton Genty, Ted Aroa McMillan, pair him with CD Lamb, a weapon. We understand that Cavante Turpin is a weapon, but he's a weapon on special teams. We could use him as a weapon, but what would complement him more is a Teteroa, or what is Dak's record when he has 100-yard rusher?
Very good. Very good.
So it's a weapon, and I know I'm being vague. So it's either of course, that means Teteroa or Genty, but we need somebody else other than just bracketing CD Lamb and them it being Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert could be a 3, but we need that true X. And my money is on Teteroa, but if we even get Henderson with the running game, I will be happy, very, very happy, guys. So, guys, I gotta get in, check into this hotel. Life is great. I just want to tell you how much I love you guys and appreciate you guys. You guys that are listening to, always like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and be extremely blessed, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for standing with me and be with me. Even you, Michael. Love you guys. So this is Mike on location in Gila Bend, Arizona. Google it and you'll be like, damn, there ain't shit out there. Look, it's just me. It's me and 3 cactuses. So you already know. And I can't hide behind no cactuses. The heist is gonna pick me up trying to hide in this orange jumpsuit. So puro pichi Cowboys. I love you. I'll be watching. I'll be in the comments. Later, y'all.
Later.
Mhm.
All right. So Mike actually brought up something that I've been preaching for a long time. Every time we do a mock draft, everybody always discouraged me from taking a damn running back in the first round, right? But you remember, even though he flamed out, you remember number 21 from Ohio State when he first got on there, how great that offense was. When you had a running back that he could give the ball to 20 to 30 times a game, it made Dak better. That's why the big fella been on running back so hard, right? Man, let's get somebody special. Quit trying to find diamonds in the rough later in the round. In the rounds, I want somebody I know that is proven that can carry the rock and take the pressure off of number 4. That's all I've been saying. And Mikey said it just perfectly, right? And even if the running back ain't there, if you get somebody else, man, to help CD had what, the most catches in the league last year. But if you really think about it, what did he do with it?
Well,
I mean, if you really think about it, what did the Cowboys offense do with the most catches in the league? What did they do? Not a damn thing, right?
Not a damn thing.
So man, we got to get people that to complement the offense, and I really think the great value shopping is crap to me. Corner, do you need to rebut anything I said?
Well, we both said running back. Nothing to rebut.
Okay. Now I know me and Rue been going back and forth on this running back first round thing. Rue.
Here's my only thing.
Okay.
If I'm getting Omarion Hampton, I'm trading back. That's what has to happen if I'm getting Omarion Hampton. I'm
I
trading
agree.
back. I'm gonna sacrifice the 12. I'm gonna drop back to like 20 to 25.
Okay.
And I'm more than happy to get Omarion Hampton somewhere around that area. Maybe even at like 17, 18. I don't know.
Can I bring up something real quick, Rue, before you start? Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when the Lions drafted what's the kid?
Jameer
name?
Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs. Remember, nobody had Gibbs going in the first round at all, right?
No.
Nobody had it. Kuiper,
No.
you didn't either. You didn't have him going in the first round, right? And what happened? Somebody fell in love with him, like the Lions, and they jumped up and got him. So when you trade back, just say, "Oh, old boy, gonna be there." You're really taking a chance, right?
Oh,
that
yeah,
he's
for
gonna
sure.
be there.
Yeah.
So Rue, what about that? I mean, if he's there at 12 and you really love him, why wouldn't you take him?
I mean, mainly because I feel like I could get him later. If I got him, say you drop back 5 spots to 17, and honestly, I need to look at the order because that's really where I can give you my answer. I don't have the order memorized in my head. As many times as we've done this, I don't have the order memorized. But it really depends on who's there, right?
Hold on, Rue. Just a second. Mommy's in the hi, mommy. I promise I won't cuss today, okay? All right, go ahead, Rue. I'm sorry.
That's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna do my best. That's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna do my very best. Either way, I don't know. There's a lot of running back value in this draft, and by all accounts, I don't know. We don't know what the Cowboys are gonna do. I've known we know this team is willing to reach on players. I mean, look at where some of our draft picks. Look at where they came from. I mean, one of our best players is from Tulsa. I'm just saying, like it could be from anywhere. And I mean, the speculations for RJ Harvey from UCF doesn't surprise me one bit. It feels like a Cowboys move. But obviously, we did draft Zeke back in 2016. But how does the organization feel about it after the fact? That I take that into account also. And I'm not saying that Omarion Hampton is not talented and I wouldn't want him on this roster. There's an argument to be made that he's better than Ashton Genty. But bottom line, Omarion Hampton, depending on what's going on behind me in this draft, if I can sneak back into the 4th, get me another 3rd, get me another 2nd to move back 5 spaces, and I get my running back, that means I've got more opportunities to get my wide receiver, which I still desperately need. That means I have more opportunities to go get, a D tackle, which I desperately need. I need players, and I need players in the first 3 rounds to hit. So if I can get a second, a third to move back 5 spots, shit, hell yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah. So 21, the same question to you, man. If you got a running back right there at 12, I don't care if he was slotted for that position or that spot or not. Would you go get him?
I'm gonna have to go with no deal on this. Right?
Man,
I'm not taking the deal, right? And the reason I say this is because we saw it once where the big fella was hoping and praying we got somebody, and we ended up getting somebody else, right? And look at what that, and the big fella knows, right? We ended up getting Tyler Smith, man, and you know how that panned out, right? So, I'm a risk taker, man. So I'm gonna take that risk, and I would trade back, and if there's draft capital in this running back class this season, so let's take a shot and see what we get with the more picks, right? So I would take that risk.
What 21 is talking about, we was at the Vegas draft, and I wanted the center Tyler Lindenbaum so bad. I wanted Tyler Lindenbaum. I wanted him. And he kept falling, and he fell right to the Cowboys. And I was like, yeah, we about to get Tyler Lindenbaum. We need a center, blah, blah, blah. And they drafted Tyler Smith. And I was like, I know Tyler. He's good, but we need a damn center. So, but the best offensive lineman is who?
Tyler Smith. Tyler damn Smith for sure.
So the question to you, Kuiper, you are player personnel director. If you got a running back right there, including Hampton, which he slotted, late first, early second, as the player personnel director of the Cowboys, would you go get it?
For Omarion Hampton, no.
Okay.
Because he is a late first talent. He has good. He's so physically gifted, but he's just not there as an early first round pick. But also, there's good talented running backs that will be there in the second round. So if you're gonna take a risk, it is a calculated risk because there is other options that you have as a backup. So if you're gonna trading back, great, collect more draft picks and get your running back at the trade back, or you can just get another run at 20 and at 12 in the second round. But if you're gonna trade back, you cannot trade back past the Broncos because sitting at 20, the Denver needs a running back, and they will take Omarion Hampton.
All right, now
that's my only warning.
You said something that irks me, and everybody know. Okay, there's other running backs later. Okay, that just drive me crazy. I was always that man. If the best is there, get the fucking best. I cuss, Mom. I'm sorry. Get the best.
But see, there are other guys that are at the best at their position that will be there at 12 or better options at 12.
Okay. All right. Corner. Anything to add to that?
Everyone has their own opinions about these players and these prospects, but Omarion Hampton is the best running back in the draft. There's no argument. And if he's there at 12 and you want to take him, take him. If you want to risk the trade back and get somebody lesser at that position later, then that's only going to hurt you. This is here to help who? One guy. His name's Dak Prescott.
Right.
And you got to get him the best back so he could be the best quarterback. All right? That's it. Period. Point blank. That's how you get that done. I don't want to settle for Harry F around or, just give me Omarion Hampton. All right?
I got that guy high on my draft board, man. What was his name again?
Harry F. Brown.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't want to cuss because your mom was in the chat.
I will listen and not judge.
Hey, say I knew you couldn't do it.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry.
That is funny.
All right, man. Funny. So that's the offense. Okay, we know we need a running back. We need a wide receiver. Okay, so Kuiper, this is my question to you, man. If the wide receiver from Arizona is there and Gentry is there, which one would you take?
Ooh.
If both of them are there,
both of them, and Genty's there,
and Genty, if both are there at 12, where would you go? Well, wow. I'll give you a better question.
I'm gonna go with Tech. You go with Tech because Tech with CD is a beast, but there's better running backs compared to the wide receivers for the second round. What's gonna be there in the second round? Comparing those two. there's far better running backs and wide receivers, but Tet versus Genty for the Cowboys would be a lot better for that offense.
All right. It looked like Corner was about to blow a gasket. Go ahead, Corner.
No, he just went back to that better players. They're better
No, I'm
players.
saying what's going to be available, comparing the receivers to running backs.
This ain't
Running
one of the
backs are
best
better.
drafts with talent out there. So it's very bold to say that there's better players when this is already a weak draft. You got to capitalize on what's in front of you, period. Because this draft isn't it's heavy at running back. It's heavy at defensive tackles, but that doesn't mean they're all going to hit. Sometimes somebody looks good in the collegiate level, but when you go to the National Football League, it swallows you and spits you out. That's why it stands for not for long NFL, because it's very hard to do what you did in college and master it in the NFL. That's why you got to take what's available on your board ahead of you and not look down the road and say, well, we might get something better. We might. You got to capitalize on it. And that's why I'm taking Genty in that scenario.
All right, Kuiper, rebut.
So you take Genty over Omarion?
What was the two players you gave me, big fella?
Genty and the wide receiver from Arizona.
So Omarion wasn't in there, right? In that scenario?
No, I'm saying, would you take Genty over Omarion though? If those two were right there.
No, Omarion's the best running back in the draft. Yes, all day long. Genty can slide. That's okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say the best for last, Rue, because I know he's up there stewing. I'm just looking at Rue. I said Rue is stewing. So 21. The wide receiver or Genty, both of them are right there, right? You know we need both, but you gotta choose one. 21. Which one would you go?
I'm going Genty, and only because just like Corner said, is that we need to help out our guy, and our guy is 4, right? So we know when he has that back in the that in the backfield, right? He can produce. So I'm going with Genty over the wide receiver for sure.
All right, now here he is. Now, Rue thinks him and Mikey always got a different way of thinking about the Cowboys. So Rue, you got Genty sitting there, the best ranked running back, and you got the best ranked wide receiver on the board at 12. Where would you go?
I really have been kind of tossing this back and forth in my head. I really have been, and I'm trying to be open-minded about what you guys are trying to sell me in terms of the snake oil when it comes to this position. Because here's the thing, if we really think about it, let's just look at last season, because that's the one I can remember the best right now. Who was the first receiver taken off the board?
Ooh, hold on, I got to think about this.
Was it Neighbors?
Marvin Harrison Jr., wasn't it?
Marvin Harrison.
No. Junior. The Junior went to the Cardinals, and then Neighbors to the Giants.
And it was
right?
Neighbors.
And it was Neighbors.
Then it was Neighbors. And then later on, and I can't remember what draft or what round it was, but Brian Thomas Jr. out of Jacksonville, who arguably played the best at that position in his rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
And really, the guy who went first was pretty awful. Marvin Harrison Jr. did not have a good rookie year. Marvin Harrison
touchdowns, 900 receiving yards.
This is all I'm going to say. He hit every under. He hit every under in Vegas. Okay. Every under he hit.
That's because they put ridiculous.
Listen, I don't want to hear it because there was a lot of expectations when it comes with Marvin Harrison Jr. because we thought that he was the greatest thing since sliced bread when we talk about last season. If we really talk about how we looked at Marvin Harrison Jr., people were drafting him in fantasy football in like the second round. But don't tell me that he lived up to expectations, because he did not. I'm not saying that that's going to explain what's going to happen to him in the future. I'm not saying that he can't get better. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, out of all the guys that performed,
he was probably the worst one out of everyone in that, out of all the top picks that you saw coming out of that draft at that position. He
So
had
you
one of the worst seasons out of
you
all.
you don't consider his injury either.
Of course, that plays a role in it. That plays a role in it, but still, he didn't have a great year. He didn't have a great year. There wasn't like a blow up game. He didn't pop in his first season like some of the other guys that came later in the draft did. That's all I'm saying. Same can be said about running backs. I mean, look at Bucky Irving. He came in the 4th round, if I'm not mistaken. 4th or 5th round is when Bucky Irving got drafted. Outperformed a lot of guys that got drafted before him at that spot. Ultimately, all I'm going to say, in this draft, because of the way it's structured, I have to go receiver. I have to. And the reason that I have to is because I still believe that there's a lot of quality later on in this draft at a higher value at that position than you have at receiver. A lot of the guys that we're looking at in the later rounds, it feels like kind of hit or miss. Okay. That's kind of what it feels like. And right now, I can't afford that at this position because I feel like it's crippling my offense and we're so CD dependent. And if I can get a guy like DJ Giddens from Kansas State or even Trayvon Bastille from Virginia Tech or even RJ Harvey from UCF, I think that they can step in and play a pivotal role in the offense because I've seen it happen with other teams. Okay. And I know why. I get why. As soon as I looked at Omarion Hampton's measurables, I understand why corner loves him. Like, I get it, right? 6'2", 220. Like, he's big body. He's a big boy. It is what it is. He don't like them small, like 190, 195 guys, 200 guys. He's not a huge fan. And I understand that because you're looking for that every down back. But I just feel like you can get it. I can't get over that. I can't get over that little hump in my own little bias in my mind. Because I want to see y'all side of it. I really do. Because I do see the value in having a top tier running back. I mean, look at Saquon, look at CMC, look at Derrick Henry, look at, Bijan Robinson. These guys all pop too. These guys all hit. These running backs that get drafted, Jamar Gibbs, like you said, they all pop, they all hit. And when they're first round talents and they're true first round talents, I don't know. Give me a little time. We got a whole month. Maybe I'll come around to the idea of taking one first.
Hey man, that's why we having this discussion, right? And that's why when we do our simulations of the mock draft, that we actually discuss it first, right? Because I want to hear your side of it. I want to hear Kuiper's side of it because this is his season, right? And me and 21, we think about the best player available and what's going to help the Cowboys, right? That's I'm talking for you, 21. You can answer. Yeah. But that's how I feel about it, man. Because I remember that day when they drafted Ezekiel Elliott.
I do too.
And I remember that first 5 games of the season, and we was like, "What the hell? Where did this come from? We've been missing. This is what it feel like to have a fucking running back."
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though, man. As good as Genty is, Zeke out of college. As good as he is, Zeke was in the SEC doing that shit.
Big Ten.
Yeah, Big Ten. He was in the Big Ten. Yeah, Ohio State. But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Kuiper. It just I don't know, man. It's just a matter of opinion. I'm glad we all think differently. I am glad because it Rue's point put me thinking a different way. Kuiper's point make me think a different way. But then it's kind of like if you're a Republican or Democrat, you always gonna fall back in what you believe, right? So it's the same thing. Rue believes a different way at that position. I'm like this. Whatever's the best, give me the fucking best. Even if it's a defensive end right there, that is ranked in the top 5 and he fall to 12, you better go get him. You better go get him, because then we solved another thing about the pressure situation. Remember, y'all brought up the pressure thing about Micah is the only one that bring pressure on defense. Okay, so if you get another rush in right there at 12, I actually wouldn't be too upset. I actually wouldn't, but if that damn receiver there from Arizona, I'm sprinting to the podium. I'm sprinting there, and then I'm gonna try everything I can do is to get the running back in the second round. All right, say man.
Let me ask you guys this, and I want to. What would surprise you? What position would surprise you if they went? I'm saying like
the first round.
Yeah. Would it surprise you guys if they went O-line?
No.
Corner. That was literally words out of my mouth. Corner.
Yeah,
if they took a corner,
there would be Will Johnson. That's
no. Jahdae Barron.
Will Johnson from Michigan.
Jahdae Barron from Texas.
Will Johnson from Michigan.
Jahdae Barron from Texas.
Will Johnson from Michigan.
Jahdae Barron from Texas.
You see what I mean? It's a matter of opinion, right? But yeah, that'll be wonderful. So we did all this talking. Who wants to do a draft?
Let's do it.
Let's do a damn draft. Hold on, I gotta share this screen. Give me a second. Since we talk so much, we're only gonna do 3 rounds because I put all 7. I was like, nah, we just do 3. We better do 3. So let's go. Hey, Kaipo, how are the settings looking good for you? Tell me.
Yeah,
no,
those are good.
I got 4 rounds. Is 4 rounds good? Or y'all want to do 3?
Yeah, that's fine.
4 is good.
All right.
We don't have a 4th round pick though.
Yeah, that's why that's why I did it, just in case we want to trade. Hey, that's honestly why I did it. Honestly. Let's see.
Shit.
All right. Do y'all like this setting or do you like? Hold on. Let me see. Do y'all prefer this one? Which one do y'all prefer? This one or this one?
That one's
good.
Yeah.
This one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. I got it on medium slow, and let's get started.
Bullshit.
That's a new one.
Shit.
That one is
Yeah.
Jets.
Head to the Raiders.
All right. So let's recap this. They got Travis Hunter going first.
That's ridiculous.
Got Carter going second. They got Cam going third.
That would be.
I feel like they gotta update that one, right?
That would be a gift.
Yeah. Will Campbell, the tackle to the Patriots. They got the great Mason Graham from the University of Michigan. My wide receiver is off the board. McMillan. Gentry, my running back, is off the board to the Jets. Campbell, the linebacker from Alabama, is off the board to the Carolina Panthers. The great Kenneth Grant from the University of Michigan to the Saints. We got Stewart from Texas A&M Gickham Aggies, Rue Hatem to the Bears. And we got Mr. Jahdae Barron, cornerback from the University of Texas. Hook 'em to the Niners.
I don't hate little brother. Little brother's just in a cult, and I can't condone that behavior. That's all it is. I have no hatred towards little brother. Little brother's all right. Little brother's fine. Little brother's still in little brother's only 2 hours away.
Okay.
But he's in a cult. And I just don't condone that behavior. That's all it is. Dude, I don't hate little brother.
Now I'm happy all that happened, and the reason why, because this is a subject of conversation. You got the best tight end on the board at Penn State. If y'all hadn't watched Penn State football, right? Penn State football is run, and throw it to my tight end, and he was the best tight end in the country. Forgive me, Colston Loveland, but I have to say it. Tyler Warren was the best tight end in the fucking country last year. He was doing Kittle and Kelsey shit at Penn State. Okay. he was just unstoppable, bro. They was doubling and triple teaming a fucking tight end, and they couldn't stop him. Okay, so you got Warren on the board. We got Starks, the safety, on the board. We got the tackle from Missouri on the board. We got Green, the defensive end from Marshall, and the great Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan. Wide receiver Luther Burdine the third, and a rush edge from Tennessee, Pearson at 12. So conversation. What's up, Boots? Let's start with Rue. Rue, where would you go, brother?
You know, I've seen that Tyler Warren kid play.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him play. That kid is an amazing talent. I mean, it is unreal how good he was at Penn State because his quarterback was trash. I'm telling you right now, his quarterback was not good. And this kid was getting suicide balls over the middle and just breaking tackles. And, like he is an impressive talent. He really is a very impressive. That dude probably dragged them to that game to begin with. Honestly, like, and don't get me wrong, they got some great defensive players at Penn State. Nothing taken away from them. I am being facetious when I say that. So no disrespect to that team, but Tyler Warren is a very special player. My only issue is, what offense am I running? Right?
Yeah, like, the Cowboys always running 2 tight end. They running 12 personnel all the time.
And you know, maybe we will, just because of how Schottenheimer might run this whole thing. Because I mean, we've heard that he's going to be a running football coach, but I just don't know. I don't know if you take a tight end at 12.
Dude, he was ranked 8. He was supposed to go in the top 10, bro.
But yeah, but you have to remember too. This is not what this is going to be in real life. Like these are PFF's opinions in terms of where they rank these players. But I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's crazy for us to be considering Golden in this spot. I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible to be looking at Luther Burden in this spot. I think it's extremely possible to even consider Ikubu in this spot from Ohio State. Like there's players here where it's like, do I trade back?
Right.
Do I? And I'm trying to be realistic with these trades as much as I can be, at least from now on. And I feel like we have been up until this point, at least in terms of what it'll allow us to do through the app. But again, I don't know if you're going to get that kind of equity, because where this is really coming from for me is I talked to Beat earlier today, and he kind of broke my heart, because when he said it, I was like, damn, that's kind of true. But this is a draft where you could be looking at a lot of teams trying to trade back. And what do I have sitting here that somebody's going to trade up for is the biggest question, right? Yeah. Because it's just one of those kind of drafts. There's not really a ton of like splashy big names. It's a really meat and potatoes draft, you know, running backs, this, that, and the third. Like there's a few here and there, but even then it's like, what are we doing? Right? Like it's a tough year in terms of picking a player at this spot. I would love for us to go to a 2 tight end set. I would love for us to start running the football more. And honestly, I really love Tyler Warren, man. That dude is a special fucking player. I would take him in this spot. Fuck.
All right.
Give me Tyler.
21. Your opinion. I know we got a couple trade backs. My mom said I'm biased about Michigan. So 21. Where would you go? Would you trade back, or will you stay here and take the best player available on the board?
I'm staying here. And I'm taking the best player. And to me, I mean, we were talking about it most of the show at the beginning, and it's either going to be wide receiver or running back. And
okay, I'm gonna put it like this: if you draft Warren, to me, you drafting Travis Kelce.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this: I know there's a lot of tight end talk. But what about our tight ends? Like, what would we do? Where would we go there with Ferguson and Schoon?
All of them on the field.
Yes, I want to see more tight ends on the field, but I see what you're saying because we do have a tight end room that's full of some guys. I mean, Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonemaker, Span Ford, like there we got some players in that tight end room. But adding him, if you're telling me I'm drafting Travis Kelce, I love that, man. I love that. I love that idea. I love that feeling of and dude, Dak Prescott throws to his tight end a lot, man. Like he is a tight end machine. And imagine this dude. I'm telling you, this kid running down the seam would be electric. It would be special because he is a special fucking player, man. He is in the Big Ten, and I'm telling you, he was getting laid out to dry every week, and he was extremely productive. His quarterback was not good at all. Really bad.
All right, Kuiper, you are player personnel director. If Tyler Warren is there, are we drafting him or are we trading back?
Let me just put your guys' minds at ease, okay?
Okay.
First off, your offense is now Clayton Adams, okay? The Cardinals last year ran like pretty much 3 tight ends and 2 tight ends the most in the NFL, okay? We always had double tight ends and fucking ran the ball, play action over and over and over. If that same offense is coming to Dallas, it's no doubt going to be Tyler Warren if he's there.
Okay.
Because my God, you're telling me right now, I don't see him as Kelce. Okay, I see him as Kittle without so much of the blocking, because this dude after the catch is electric and a bulldozer.
Yes, he's a big boy too.
Oh, I love watching him play. Watching him play.
Y'all know I'm a biased Michigan fan. Y'all know I am. I absolutely love this kid. Absolutely love him. Okay. Dude, when I saw them play, he had a big game against Ohio State. And man, he had big games in the playoffs. Bro, this kid is a baller. Okay. When you put football player up, that's his picture, man. To have him in that room with the tight ends, I'm running 2 and 3 tight end sets all day long, because you can't sleep on Jake Ferguson at all. Yeah. You can't sleep on Scooney. Scooney didn't have the biggest year, but Scooney can catch the damn ball, right? And then if you put Warren out there, dude, it's nothing like him. So I think the player personnel, Rue and 21, we all agree we're taking the tight end from Penn State.
Oh man, and that's such a nasty red zone offense too, man. To have CD and Warren right there.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, we got these Cardinals on the clock. This is you tell me.
Mike Green.
Mike Green. Oh, you taking Mike Green?
I don't got to think about it. He's my favorite player. Fucking love that dude.
All right, so we're heading to the second round. Bill Johnson, the Burks. Let's see where that running back goes. I'm see if that running back gets out that further. Coastal Loveland goes. All right. All right, let me pause it.
Trade up is looking so good.
Let me pause it right now, okay? No running back other than Ashton Gentry went in the first round.
Yeah,
no running back.
That trade up is looking really nice.
So they got Shedeur going first, picking. I still think Shedeur is the first round pick, but if this happens, okay. So we're how many more picks away? So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11 picks before. Is anybody thinking about a trade up for the running back, or do you want to sit there, or you want to wait? What do you think?
Oh shit.
I know.
it's really tough, honestly, because to me, I still see the Cowboys going for a thunder and lightning type of running back committee.
Right.
And if you're drafting Omari Hampton, he's not, he's a 3-down back. You're not gonna take him off the field. You're not gonna want to, at least for fucking Javonte Williams of all people too.
All right, so what? Okay, if we decided to trade up, where would you? How far up would you go, Kuiper?
I'd go as far as the Jags.
As far as the Jags. So I'm gonna slow this down just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down just to see if I can slow it down. All right, hold on. Let me see. Come on. Be nice to me. Okay. All right. So as far as the Jags, so let's resume the draft. Okay. Damn, I've slowed it down too far. Hold on. Hold on a second. Come on, be nice. Be nice to me. For some reason, man, it won't let me drag it. It just
you just click.
Yeah, shit. All right, we just gotta stay there. All right, so let's go. So we got the Giants taking a wide receiver. They're the Tennessee Titans took a wide receiver. So here we go. There's the Jags. Jags on the clock. They took a safety. Well, we know there he goes. He went to the Raiders. Okay. So 2 running backs are gone. So we should have got, like he said, we should have got up there to get him. So let's just continue. Ain't no need to trade up now. You don't need now. Let's see. Here we go. There's this. I like that kid Watts from Notre Dame. I really love him, man.
Yeah, it's a ball hawk.
All right, Cowboys on the board again. We got. I know in drafts before we have taken Knight in the second round before. We hadn't really talked about Derek Harmon, interior defensive tackle from Oregon. Got the cornerback Trey Amos from Mississippi. We got Landon Jackson, defensive end, the edge rusher from Arizona. We got a cornerback on the board. Got another edge, another wide receiver. We got Scatterboo here. We got to me the best damn defensive end at Ohio State is JT. So any comment?
Oh man. All I'm gonna say right here, okay, in for the actual drafts, if the Dallas Cowboys do not pick running back here, they are risking not getting a top 7 or 8 running back, period. Okay. And I honestly think you don't pick one right here, the value in the 3rd round is gonna get really, really slim. Because there's a ton of teams. Even in front of the Cowboys right now, I could see 4 running backs popping off right before them.
Okay. All right, 21. What do you think about the running back position right now? At 44 right now.
I'm with Kuiper. I think that in this round we have to take running back if we're gonna take one. And this is the time. So yeah, I don't.
Are we staying pat or are we trading back in the 2nd round?
I think we're staying pat and taking a running back here.
I want to trade up.
You want to trade? You gonna trade up?
Yeah,
okay.
I want the Cardinals to trade up.
Yet. We ain't got to you yet. All right, Rue, what you think?
My bad, y'all. I don't know what the hell happened, but what do you call it? Honestly, man, I tend to agree. I know we've drafted Demetrius Knight in the past in this spot, and I think it's just because of all the murmurs that we've heard about them talking to Demetrius Knight. And I know what a tremendous leader he is, and what everything that we got that he gave South Carolina in terms of making them a much better football team. But you know what I didn't know? You know he's the oldest player in this draft.
Yeah, he's like 25.
He is he is the oldest player in this draft. He is basically the last of the COVID guys, right? I think this year will be the actual end of it. Will be this year, but these are the end of the COVID guys that got the extra year, and he's basically he's been around for a hot minute, and
I feel like there are more linebackers, there are more defensive tackles in the third. And honestly, I would love to trade back in this spot. This is the spot where I'd love to trade back, especially since we didn't in the first, because I'm assuming we took Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kuiper, you want to trade with us?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's trade with the Cardinals. Okay. Let's trade with the Arizona Cardinals. Where is Arizona at? Shit. Washington, Buffalo. Where are the Cardinals? They're not offering the Cardinals.
They're not
I can't
offering.
trade up. That's some bullshit.
No, but if you click that arrow next to Buffalo Bills, see where the Bills are?
Yeah.
If you click that, it should let you go to Arizona, and we'd be able to force a trade.
Yeah, but the Bills. Huh. But no, that's weird to me. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Well, Cardinals. All right.
Okay.
So let's try to fleece these Cardinals. All right. So
So for three spots back,
we'll give you a fifth.
uh,
A fourth just to make it this. Just for this.
all right.
We ain't giving you no third.
All right.
it has an 81 chance to be accepted.
All right. So let's
Better stop.
it's accepted. All right.
Come on now. Acting up. Acting up. Like these picks are just peanuts out here. Like, yeah, you know, let me feed the elephants and shit. Like,
All right. So the Cardinals is on the clock. All right. So who are you looking for here, brother?
Derek Harmon. That is a steal.
All right.
I need that big boy in the trenches.
All
I think
right.
he just took our D tackle, didn't he?
All right. Cowboys is on the clock. Right here. We picked up an extra one. Scatterboo, anybody? Or the Ohio State running backs.
Judkins is the same thing as Javonte.
Yeah, they basically the same back. Yeah. They literally all the same back.
As Javonte.
Yeah. Williams.
Oh, it's Javonte Williams. Okay. Yeah. But hold on though. If you're telling me that I can get Javonte Williams as a rookie before the injury, I'll take that.
He's a downhill running back. That's all he is.
That's what I need. But bro, I need that. I'm in a hard-nosed division. I got to play the Eagles twice a year. Like, I need to be able to smack them in the mouth with a running back. And real quick, just let me look at this real fast. What is his? Yeah, 6 foot 220. If I can't have Omarion Hampton, Quinshawn Judkins, that's probably my guy, my north-south runner. How yards after?
So you want two power backs on the same offense, though?
Dude, you have to understand something. Javonte Williams still got to make it through camp. I'm not worried about Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is not my starting running back. Javonte Williams is my backup.
Right now he is.
Javonte Williams is my backup running back. That's why we picked up Miles Sanders too. These guys are just here. They're bodies. We lost all of our running backs. At this point, they're just filling the position. These guys, if these guys are starting, we're tanking. Like, what are we even talking about? No,
I mean, I did say
it's
that
not even. It's not even.
tanking.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Mark my words. If Javonte Williams is the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys come September, we are tanking for Arch Manning. Which I don't know why everybody keeps saying that. He's gonna play 2 years at Texas.
Yeah. All right. So we're going running back. Which one you want, 21? You're the running back specialist. Let me bring them up. I'm gonna bring up all the running backs, and you choose 121, and that's who we drafted.
We are going with. Oh man. Those are just those four. That's all we got right there.
We got.
I mean, we still got some guys who are going to show up later.
Yeah.
But
I know Blue. I know Rue was talking about. Were you talking about Harvey earlier? RJ Harvey from UCF.
Yes.
Yeah, RJ, we're looking like third round,
Yeah, that's
third
a third round
round,
pick.
Mhm.
something like that. He's not now. If if you're thinking him, we're probably looking
got
at a
to
different
trade back.
position or whoever's best available here, maybe a D tackle or something like that.
So
But
then
if we're dead set on running back, it's between Scatterboo, Judkins, maybe Sampson, and honestly,
Hell no on
Travion
Johnson.
Henderson. I'd take over Caleb Johnson, I think.
Yeah. Hell
And
no.
then
Hell no.
we're taking Judkins.
We're taking Judkins. All right. Punk ass, trick ass Ohio State. Welcome to the team.
Last
All
Ohio State running back worked out. Hopefully this one does too.
All right. Here we go. Got is the Broncos
Yep.
is on.
I picked right because Mama says she don't like Scatterboo.
I like Scatty.
I don't either. I don't either.
I like Scatty Boo.
the only thing that's kind of got me hung up on Scatterboo is I kind of watched some tape, man, and maybe the gas out thing is true. And
I'm telling you, he gets tackled from behind way too many times.
and I'd rather have the guy who's really gonna be able to go north and south, and I think that's in Judkins more than it's in Scatterboo.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pause this to pick up the pace on this. Hold on. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
that's a lot faster.
Yeah, I know it just goes so fast. All right, so this is who the Cowboys have picked so far. Tyler Warren, tight end from Penn State. We got Judkins from that punk ass trick ass Ohio State at running back, and these are the best players available. We got Collins, the big boy from the University of Texas, in the middle. Got the linebacker Paul. Got offensive tackle. Is his name pronounced Embo?
Yeah.
Is it pronounced just like it's spelled? Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
We don't need a tight end. We got another big boy from Texas, Broughton. That's
Broughton.
Broughton. Jordan Phillips, another interior lineman from defensive tackle from Maryland. Got a wide receiver here, Trey Harrison from Mississippi. Got the edge rusher from SMU, Roberts. And we got a center, Wilson from Georgia. And we got the Penn State safety, Winston. All right. So we're at 76. Kuiper, where should we go here, brother?
You write down on that ticket, run all the way to the podium, and just say Alfred Collins right away.
Just run. We got a sprint up there, right?
Right. Yeah.
we need to sprint to the Rue, do you disagree? Agree?
I agree with that. Alfred Collins right here is a gift. That is a gift. You take that gift and you run to the bank with it. Alfred Collins is a very versatile player, and he's a very good run stopper as well. The Texas D-line was a very good D-line last season, and you saw multiple examples of that. And obviously, they got some bigger bodies that they bring in from time to time, but Alfred Collins was a centerpiece for that defensive line. It does scare me a little bit that he, at the end of the day, we had guys like Tavondre Sweat, and we had, Byron Murphy on this team, the season before, but Alfred Collins is a solid piece. And then, in the middle of just before the middle of the third round, I feel like Alfred Collins is a gift because I didn't think you'd get any other option other than Broughton in this spot, which Broughton's a serviceable player, but give me Alfred Collins all day long.
All right, 21. You agree or disagree?
Yeah, nobody knows Texas players better than Rue, so I'm rolling with Rue, man.
I'm rolling with him too, man. Big Alfred Collins. Welcome to the Cowboys. All right. So, Arizona Cardinals is on the clock again. All right, Cardinals, where are you going here?
I'm stuck between two players, Marcus Embo and Trey Harris.
And Trey Harris. So Embo and Trey Harris, wide receiver from Mississippi, or the offensive offensive tackle from Purdue, the Boilermakers.
Because on one end, I like Embo because he's a athletic freak at the tackle position. Position. He really has quick feet. He has ridiculous lateral movement. And then on the other end, Trey Harris, if it wasn't for his injury and if he had just more like a better offense around him or a better QB throwing to him, I think he would have at least been a second round pick projection.
Okay.
I really love his release. He has great hands and he's just shifty wide receiver. But my offensive line needs that right tackle of the future. Give me Embo.
Embo. We got it. All right. So this is going to be our last pick, man. We got a 4th round pick. We traded back with the Cardinals to get that 4th round pick. And let's see what we got. All right. Let's see. Who do we get? Yeah, they rolling out. Here we go. All right. So Rue, it's a recap. We got a defensive tackle Collins in the 3rd round. We got a running back Judkins in the 2nd round from Ohio State. We got the tight end Warren in the 1st round. Rue, are you going best player available, or are you going somewhere particular in mind? Where would you like to go?
Scroll down a little bit. I want to see, we got any receivers left here?
Right now, it's quarterback, edge, D-end, tight end, edge, quarterback, D-end. Yeah, a lot of defensive players on the board. We got blue, linebackers, quarterbacks, guard, quarterbacks, a lot of edge. This is a lot of defense. The top rated wide receiver is Horton. That's a big kid, man. He killed Colorado in that game. He killed Travis Hunter in that game. You remember that game, Kuiper?
Yeah.
He killed Travis Hunter in that game.
It's one of the reasons why I don't like Hunter.
Yeah, he's a big body kid too. Yeah, that's the top rated wide receiver. But let me pull up wide receivers for you, Rue.
Oh no, that's fine. And I saw somebody I'm curious about real quick. Go down just real fast. Byron Sorrell.
Okay.
An edge rusher.
We ain't taking all Texas players, but I'm listening. Go ahead.
I know that. I know that. But I feel like it's another just like, there you go. I really wish there was a receiver in this spot. I almost be curious to know if they would take a quarterback. It won't be Will Howard, I'll tell you that. I'd hope it's not Will Howard. I'd rather have the kid out of the Patriots than Will Howard for damn sure.
Hey, can I say something about Milton? Let me debunk this real quick on Milton. You know he's a former Michigan player, right? He absolutely sucked at Michigan. He had the job basically given to him, bro. He has a rocket arm. Yes, he does. But if I had to give him $1,000 and say throw 5 yards and hit him dead in the chest, he can't do it. He cannot do it. Stop it with the Milton shit. Stop it. I saw him for 2 years at Michigan. He's a big kid. Everybody at Michigan was cheering for this kid, bro. He absolutely sucked. He go to Tennessee. Tennessee gave him the starting job, and then he got benched again.
Oh, he scarred your ass.
Dude, he is not good. He got drafted because he has a rocket arm. That's it.
Oh,
he
boy.
is not an accurate quarterback at all. Stop it. Okay, go.
I'm sorry. That's too funny. This man obviously he hurt you, bro. Like he hurt you. This is shoot. That I understand what that's like. I get it. I went through a few of those myself, so I do understand the angst of, oh man, this is gonna be great, and then damn. I get it. So I get it. I definitely understand.
Sucks, man.
Jeez, man, where am I going here? You know what?
Let's just bring up the quarterbacks right now.
Yeah.
So right now, Will Howard, Leonard.
Jackson
I really like Leonard. Leonard, man, he needs to be like at Baltimore. he's that run first quarterback. Jackson Dart has been on everybody's list.
There's no way he's gonna be here.
Yeah,
right? Like, there's no way.
And then they got Dylan from Oregon, but he's so small, bro. He reminds me of Doug Flutie. He remind me of Doug Flutie.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Have y'all seen that picture of him and Bo Nix and Justin Herbert standing next to each other?
Yeah,
he looked like a kid taking a picture, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
We got Quinn Ewers from Texas. I actually like Kyle McCord. He's a former Buckeye, but he's a pretty good quarterback. He had a really good year at Syracuse, and
he made Syracuse relevant.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, 11-3.
Matter of fact, Kuiper, tell us what you think about Kyle McCord.
I do like him. He's good on the run. He has a good arm. He does good action, but he panics too much. Panics a little too much in that pocket. He doesn't have the anticipation that you would really like to see.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Honestly, man, if we're looking at quarterback in the 5th round, that kid out of Memphis.
So this is 4th round. So I was just showing you the quarterbacks just in case you were interested at 4.
I don't know about 4. Definitely not Will Howard. I feel like in the quarterback room, you're looking at 5th round and back. That's okay. I gotta think that's where it's gonna come, and they can probably find it in the 5th. Honestly,
yeah.
I really like the kid out of Memphis. I forget his name off the top of my head right now, but that kid out of Memphis is really good. Had a really nice pro day too, or not pro day, but combine.
Memphis. Seth
Hennigan.
Okay,
Seth Hennigan. Honestly, man, I like him a lot. He's got a nice release. He's got a real good deep ball. It's he's a good player, and I feel like he'd be a solid backup in a progressional piece. You never know what you get out of somebody like that.
What about that? Real quick, let me ask Kuiper, man, what do you think about Ashton here, the edge from Louisville?
Ashton, I don't really know too much about him, to be honest.
All right,
but I'll tell you what. I'm looking at this board, dude. I love Aeneas Peebles here.
Okay.
I love that guy, period, because he's a great 3-tech defensive tackle who honestly has a lot of the same attributes as Odigizua. He had the best pass rushing grade out of any defensive lineman last year in the entire NCAA.
Okay. Ashton's pretty balanced. He had a good run grade, good defensive, good pass rush, great pass rush grade, really good. I mean, pretty, C+ run grade. I don't hate Ashton here. Where's the guy he was talking about?
Peebles, right there. Aeneas Peebles.
Let's click on Aeneas. Aeneas is 6'1", 290. Yes.
I mean, honestly, man, at D tackle, we got a bunch of guys. We really do have a bunch of guys. And the only thing that makes me a little hesitant with him, he's a little bit lower on the run, but it's still not bad.
Yeah.
My thing is, when you're running a 4-3, right, you're going to constantly have defensive tackles rotating in and out. So right now you have Odigizua, and then you have your nose tackle now with Collins. I think Peebles would be a great pass rush specialist to rotate in that front 4.
And they got him ranked 150, 115. We're at 115.
We don't like, what's his name right down here? Just past him. The other edge.
Walker.
No. The other I didn't even see Walker,
but
Robinson
from Alabama. Let's bring him up. Let's see.
At least he got better.
He must have got hurt. He got hurt at the end of the season, looked like, and he's strictly a rushing.
He only played 9 games.
Yeah, off ball too.
No.
But
he's not
yeah, he got better. I'm trying to remember him from Alabama. Oh, forget this kid. Let's see trends. Okay, let's see the trends. Yeah, he downgraded. Yeah. Let's see. Robinson is twitching.
Lack of weight. I'm already out.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're out right there. 21. Just your opinion. We picked 2 offensive player, 1 defensive player. Is there anything in particular, man, that you say, okay, man, we still have not addressed in this draft?
And that's the wide receiver. The wide receiver. Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at wide receivers, man. Let's look at wide receivers. That's something we did not do. Look at wide receivers. Okay. Yeah, that kid Horton there is there. Brian from Illinois. He was okay to me. I've seen him play. UCF wide receiver Hudson Williams from Washington State. Hell, they didn't play nobody this year. They was like NAI intramural football at Washington State this year. So
Tesla.
Nash, man, out of the wide receivers, to me, I would go with Horton. I seen him. Horton, yeah, that's the only body, but it's like they got him graded 20 picks lower.
And not only that, it's a question of Torrey Horton, Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Yeah.
Because that's where we're at. And if we're going receiver, he got to be Tolbert or better. And Tolbert had a good finish to the year. I feel like Tolbert really came into his own last season, even with Cooper Rush at the helm.
Yeah.
Tolbert definitely came through, and I mean, shoot, he had a few touchdowns to follow it up with too. It wasn't a bad year from Tolbert.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm being honest right here, if you're at this 4th round, you haven't picked wide receiver yet, just go get a free agent. Go get yourself a vet.
Okay. All right. So what do you suggest, Kuiper, in this 4th round?
What's Dion's measurables?
He's
Dion?
huge. He's huge.
He's huge.
Let's look at him, man. 6'6".
Wow.
Holy
crap.
He's a big boy, ain't he?
I tell you what,
big boy, Jesus,
dude. I tell you what,
he's so inconsistent as a player. He could be so good if he had the right coach who would push him to be better. He can be so good, but he's just so inconsistent. He lacks that motor that you want from a DT.
Right. Hey, but motor can be taught when you you start getting them checks.
Oh yeah.
Man, do this. It's a difference in college. They get paid in college, but that NFL money is a lot different from college money, right?
Yeah.
Those measurables made me want him.
I tell you what, man. All I'm thinking about is stopping the Eagles. And what's his run grade?
Let's go back to him. Dude, Walker run grade.
Run defense
is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He stands up a lot. His height really messes with him. He doesn't know how to play with it yet.
So no pass rush and no run defense. He's just a huge body.
Yeah, he's a huge body.
But I tell you what, 4 sacks, 8 sacks, 3 sacks. That's a lot for a D tackle. It's crazy that his pass rush grade is not high.
Well, let's think about it like this. We was concerned about our no-name coaching staff, right? Okay. Do you think it's something that, man, they can coach this kid into being the high motor guy? Because like Kuiper said, man, I've heard this about Walker, right? His motor. Everybody keep bringing that up, right? So is his motor just from being lazy, or is his motor just because he's unconcerned? What do you think, Kuiper?
He's just a little lazy with himself. Like, I put on the tape, there's times where he will bring it, where you will see that motor that he can be, but it's so concerning that he's not more consistent and he's not more dominant than he was.
He's gonna have to get into some
when
shape
I saw him when he's on, who you remind me of, and I know this may be blasphemy for Cowboy fans. He remind me of Leon Litt. When he's on,
that's huge.
When he ain't lazy. And the reason why Leon Litt didn't start all the time, because he had that little mantra too. Sometimes Leon could take plays off, But when Leon was on fire, Leon was on fire. So I just want to put that in y'all brain, man. I just want to throw that at you because I know about this Walker kid too. So it's our last pick of the draft. So where are we going, 21? We going big boy or we going wide receiver?
What are the run grades for Ashton and the other I forgot the name of the guy you said. Where was he from? Virginia Tech. Aeneas Peebles.
All right. Okay.
What are the run grades for them?
Oh,
Much better.
Like,
91 and 78.
So do you want Peoples?
I like
what
people.
about?
Let me see. Let's see how big he is. He's 6'1".
He's smaller. He's 3 tech for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a 3 tech.
But we need some relief for him. We need some relief. I mean, how much relief are we really going to get out of Solomon Thomas?
Yeah. So Peoples or Walker, and who else was it we was talking about?
Well, we got the edge rushers too. I don't want to neglect the edge. I mean, because you got Gillette sitting here.
What about Robinson?
He's got a good run grade too.
Man, look at his pass rush grade, almost 90.
89.9.
Yeah, almost 90. Hey, we was talking about putting pressure on the quarterback, right?
Yep.
I mean, it seems like you get more of that from Peoples. I don't know. As crazy as it is, maybe it is Peoples here.
Yeah,
maybe it is Peoples here. It might be because there was only one other edge rusher, and it was a little bit lower.
All right, so
that's my pick.
Let's go.
Yeah, because his pass rush grade and in the middle, yeah, him and hey, think about it on pass rushing downs when you got Osa and him out there. Yeah. What you think, 21? Should we pull the trick on Peoples?
Pull it. Shoot first. Ask questions later.
There you go. Always shoot first. All right, and I think that concludes because we took Arizona's 4th round pick. Thank you, Kuiper, for that. And let's see what our grade ended up being. All right, let's see what our grade. See our grade. Give us a second. It's computing our grade. All right, so here we go. Well, this is the Cardinals grade. What did the Cardinals they give you? A. All right.
A plus. Mike Green is your guy. Like we don't even have to ask you anymore.
Yes, dude. I love his
16, Kuiper. One of these times we should just take Mike Green at 12. Just to
and of course, they always give us a B. Yeah, how you give Warren that was a ranked 8th to 12th A minus?
A minus. That's the best grade we got, man. That's the best damn grade we got.
Well, that's funny. Hey, man. All right, man. Another 5.0 draft, man. Appreciate it, man. Oh, my homeboy here. Hey, call me Big Peach, right? Because I got a water jug at work, right? And the water jug is a peach cobbler, right? I say, man, don't y'all be messing with Big Peach. I say it sound like a hood nickname, right? Hey, man, I'm a homeboy, Big Peach. So that's what he talking about, man. Big Peach, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. But look here, man. Final thoughts. Hey, we'll start with 21. 21, man. You got any final thoughts before we get out this joint?
Draft is around the corner. I'm excited. We won't be there this season, right? But shout out to everybody that will be at the draft. I know. I think Joel was gonna be there, and obviously, our good friend of ours, Super Cowboy, he's always at the draft. Big shout out to them. So, it's exciting, man. That season is slowly coming around, but it's coming, and and then for all the for my rules out there and all those baseball enthusiasts, play ball, baby.
All right. Okay, let's go. I had to block somebody on goddamn TikTok. Dumb shit. Anyway, I'm sorry. All right, guys. All right, now, so Kuiper, your final thoughts, man. Sorry about that. I got distracted.
I might get a little hate with saying this, okay? Especially being on a Cowboys show. But I just have to applaud the New York Giants real quick for signing Russell Wilson. You've almost guaranteed you're not taking Shedeur Sanders with that number 3 pick. And I just gotta say, that might have been the best decision they've ever done so far in the past 3, 4, maybe even 10 years. Congrats to them. And I can't wait to see where Aaron Rodgers goes now.
Okay. All right.
Your QB room, huh?
Yeah, it's something else. All right. Rue, your final thoughts, baby.
I mean, you know, opening day is right around the corner, but Texas Rangers, we need to talk about something. We need to talk about something.
That big ass hot dog.
You know, nothing says Arlington, Texas, like Chicago style hot dogs and lobster. What are we doing? First of all, how you gonna call this thing the triple play and give me 4 hot dogs? Grand Slam was right in front of you. Like, what are we doing? And then lobster rolls, lobster nachos, and lobster mac and cheese. It is about 155,000 degrees inside that stadium on most days. Y'all are gonna give people food poisoning. Like, what? Y'all really expect me to believe, number one, that that's lobster, and number two, what is it gonna cost me? My mortgage? There isn't a single thing on that new menu that's under $20. I guarantee you that right now. There isn't a single thing that they came out with that's under $20. I wouldn't be surprised if the median number was around 40, 50. I wouldn't be shocked. There's 3 different lobster entrees on the menu. What do you mean? What happened to barbecue? You know, like, what happened to Mexican food? Where are the classics? Like, I get it. You put nachos on there, but lobster? Of all things, where did this even come from? Who did this? And you know, the hot dog thing, like, I'll let you make it, because I mean, hot dogs, you know, hot dogs, baseball, just kind of goes together, right? But triple play with 4 hot dogs, man. Who does the marketing, bro? Do you know anything about baseball? That's crazy. What really happened there? Like, I just want to understand, like, what. And I'm telling you right now, I looked at these hot dogs, bro. I'll take them dollar hot dog nights any day over that triple plate. I'm telling you right now.
Right. Well, all right. Rue's final thoughts was on the Texas Ranger and their food.
It had to be said, bro. It had to be said. It was the most random thing. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna try that lobster roll just because I love lobster, and that bread looked pretty good. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll probably try that one."
I was about to say,
I'm just gonna try it at least once.
When you try it, let us know.
You know he's gonna try it. You know he's gonna.
I'll be there in a couple weeks. I'm telling you right now. It's my anniversary in a couple weeks. My wife surprised my ass. I'm going to the Stars and I'm going to the Rangers, like, back to back. I ain't done that shit in forever. Probably since I lived there, bro. I haven't done that in forever. That sound like I can't wait, bro. And yeah, I'm more than like, I will send y'all a picture.
Well, the big fellow's final thoughts is, hey man, let's get better, Cowboys. Let's get better. Actually, let's go into the draft with a plan. And let's execute the plan. If we're going to draft up, if we're going to trade back, if we're going to do something, let's just execute the plan. Because right now, your plan is great value. Let's draft a bunch of former first-round picks and hope we hit on one. And you know we ain't going to hit on none. So let's go to the draft. Have a plan. Think it out, Jerry, and let's do it. If the best player available is a fucking tight end, draft the fucking tight end. If the best player on the board is the running back on your board, not nobody else's, draft the damn running back. If the best player is a wide receiver on your board, draft him. We just want y'all to have a freaking plan. So as Cowboy fans, other than Kuiper, enjoy. Okay. that's
hey man, I'll be ready to laugh my ass off on draft day.
Don't laugh too hard, Cardinals fan. Like, I remember what happened to y'all last season too. Like, let's not get
we were in a rebuild though. We were supposed to be bad.
You're 3 picks behind me, bro. Like, relax.
All I got to say that didn't watch our draft coverage last year, man, we had it was literally a party. We partied the whole first round. It was so good. And hope everybody can join us again for the draft coverage this year. We'll do a couple of more mocks before the draft gets here, but you know, that's what we do. It's Kuiper season, man. That's why he's on the show, our player personnel director for the Cowboy podcast. All right, guys. Hey, man, y'all know what I always do, man. Hey, man, as we always say here at the Cowboy Up podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Put up on one Cowboys.
There you go. All right. Peace.
Let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him? You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I did it.
Hey, man. Hey,
dancing.
hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. First day of pads. Say, man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to, spread shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprint.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You'd have come out with that Waterburger in and out one, right?
I was we kind of light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.